Hi, I'm not yet dead, and welcome back to No Man's Land. So, it's the 1st of October, it's just before 10 to 9. There is lots to do, so we better get on with it. I thought I'd start at the farmhouse and just sort of play out as I sort of envisaged the map would be. We need to get rid of that piece of wood at some point. So yeah, it's early October, there is lots to do. We've still got the last of the crops have just all been turned ready for harvest. I'm still turning over fields as quickly as I can. As you can see, money is low. I'll talk a little bit about that as we go around. What should we... Oh yes, I know. Where should I put the truck? Just to keep it handy during the day in case we need it. I like to keep it in the yard, but also out of the way. I have installed a fuel tank. For the very excellent reason it's quite handy to have one at the yard. For the other... Is that actually a real number? No. Also for the very excellent reason that I have got a diesel production, and I'm hopefully, I need to look and see what it needs. I'm hopefully going to start using it fairly soon. I did fill this up last night, so let's go do this, our first job. Yeah, hoping I'm going to start using it fairly soon, so we'll see about that. I've got one worker out in the field already, just putting some oilseed radish in. I've turned over and replanted as many fields as I could do, needed to probably. So we've got the wheat, barley and canola is all into 2 or 3 fields of each at least. Yeah, so I've carried on being busy, but as I said, this is sort of the time that I start playing properly. That's what I said in my video map tour. If you've not watched it yet, please do go watch it. I was delighted to see it was quite popular, and I've had a few requests saying, yeah, we'd love to see you actually playing your map. So this is what I'm doing. I'm playing the map. Oh, that was clever. How did I do that? So I'll just come up here. This is going to be a bit of a struggle. This is a very heavy trailer for this tractor, but it's okay, we'll get there. So yeah, we'll come up to our, I don't know, Italian hilltop farm or whatever you want to call it. Very specifically, quite. It feels like I started designing it before I went out to Tuscany last autumn, and I started designing it before we went. And actually, I've come out thinking, yeah, okay, this is sort of how Tuscan farms are, which I was quite happy with. So I've tried to keep that feel. Now I've sort of seen it, visited it, I'm going to put a few more fields in. I need to buy a lot of equipment for this farm, so that it's sort of self-sufficient. I will still need to mix and match equipment a little bit. That keeps appearing and I don't know what to do about it. Anyway, don't worry about that now. But yeah, I'm actually really pleased with how this has come out. As you can see, the mill's going at the top, and that's where we're going. So we'll need to see how we get on. Oh, this is a struggle, but we're nearly there. So yeah, so the reason for coming up here with this wheat is I need to make pig food. Our pigs, bless them, are doing what pigs do, and I'm struggling to keep up with their requirements for food. If that keeps happening, I will probably sell some, although at this point the pig barn is nowhere near full. Ooh, no, I've not tried to get in here before when this is running. Oh, hang on, we're stuck on. Why are we stuck? Why? Oh, because I can't get it there. Okay, a bit of speed to get it up the bump. There we go. That's interesting. So what we'll do then is we'll actually try not to get in the crop, though I haven't got around to putting crop destruction back on yet, but I will do. But let's not worry about that for now. Just try and sneak round past that. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. The cover off. Not quite far enough back, really. Oh, here we are. We're okay. And the reason it's already running, so I needed the wheat for the pig food. We'll come in. I love this. I love this as a production. And there's a little bit left, but that's fine. What we'll probably do for now, actually, I can't get out. Actually, what will we do with what's left? That's an excellent question. Oh, I know what we could do with it. Actually, we could go put some food in the chickens' troughs. Let's come around here. So I might need to do a bit of work on this yard then to make it a little bit more usable. I might need to flatten that out just to make it slightly bigger at the back so I can really get around properly. I have set it quite close to the fields at the front, but let's see anyway. Right, so. Right. So yeah, we're currently creating barley flour. I've set everything to storing. There are some things I think that might still be sort of legacy, if you like, automatic selling. Everything else is set to storing, so which is a problem we can talk about in a minute. Yeah, so pig food, 998 litres. That was weird that it took a second to reset. But we now have everything we need to create sorghum pig food. Got sorghum, got wheat, got some canola, yep, and some potatoes, yes. What's the sugar beet in here for? That's interesting. Oh, so we can do corn pig food. I wonder if that's why there's it must be why there's sugar beet in here, because actually nothing else you can do with it. Oh, so that's a bit annoying. So at some point I'll have to do some corn pig food. Oh, hang on. And actually, you know what? I can create some corn pig food. So let's do both. It'll speed up output, and I need to use that sugar beet up. I can't use it here for anything else. So, you know. But I have got this running barley flour as well. The sort of plan is actually that the barley flour that's produced here, I'll take down to the artisan bakery, which is also up here, right? So again, it's all sort of local economy type stuff. That was why I put this in, and the fact that I love the fact that it creates pig food in multiple different ways. So that's the reason for that. Oh yeah, and immediately it's pushed out another pig food thing, which I can't move, it's too heavy, but that's fine. Good. So I'll leave that running. How are the pigs doing? I haven't looked this morning. Actually, how are the pens generate water? So I need to put some more water in the Angus. They actually ran out at some point, and they need feeding. Oh goodness. I think I did say on my maps, or I left all of the pastures to run out. So they've all run out, but I've got them all going again. The food mix is building back up here because actually I run out of mineral feed, but I've topped that up. So yeah, we could go take some chickens. Not they need it desperately. That will keep them going for quite a while. Actually, what's in there, but you know, they could always have a bit more. Yeah, we could do go and feeding the sheep if we get the chance. Actually, while we're here, and we've got a bale. It's not really a bale crab, but the thing. Oh no, so the Welsh mountain sheep are actually okay. I could give them another bale and just leave it just under the thing. They'll gradually use it up. So that's 38 months old, worth €1,000. I think those are probably getting to the point where they're worth as much as they're going to be worth. I might sell some. Actually, create some space. Pigs, yeah, they're down to under 7,000 litres, so I will need to feed them today. As you can see, we have quite a few pigs. I'm reckoning, I could be wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong, I may have it wrong. 36 months seems to be the point at which for most animals you get their maximum value. So that's always the age at which I think actually probably worth selling some of those. So some of these, they're not there yet, but they will be soon. So yeah, I might do that. Not that I need the space in the pen in any way, shape or form. Yep, second pig food box already ready. That's awesome. So let's, while we're here, oh, and actually the animal trailer's up here as well. So yeah, it might make sense, as you put the cover back on, might make sense to what? Oh, that's weird. Might make sense to sell some of these sheep at some point, and then I'll take the animal trailer down for the pigs. That might be a job to do over the winter. Right. Can I get... Not easily is the simple answer, because I'm likely to pull out, well, I will pull out all three, which may be too much for the tractor, and there's a great risk that I'll pull out more than that, which is where the slight disadvantage of using this for bales comes in. Ooh, actually that's worked. only got 2. That's good. And now if I bring that down and in a bit, and then actually grab the bales properly. I know it's not ultra realistic, but I do love this grab. It's so easy to use, and for the sort of stuff I've been doing, so it's quick and simple, it's ideal. What I'll do is I can leave these under here. They'll be absolutely fine. They're reasonably water out the way of any rain, and they'll just gradually refill the troughs. Okay. Right, let's take this down. We'll go feed the chickens quickly. And then we'll be on. We better get on with some harvesting. So, we have got soybeans. I probably ought to stop recording, but I've still got so much to say. Probably ought to, yeah, we've got soybeans. We've got corn, sunflowers, and olives all need harvesting. There's a lot of work to do. I tend to, what I did last year was I tried to sow fields in blocks, so all of the fields up at this end are all soybean. It was just how it worked out. I was trying to do 3 fields each. There are more than 3 fields because some of these fields are really small. That's okay, but we've now got more fields. I'll be looking to diversify this year, so we might start doing some root crops on here because I still haven't had a chance to play the new map that much. So I'll start doing some of that on here as well. Yeah, lots to do. But yeah, we'll start with the soybean because then I can return the general header, and I can either get a helianthus header and get the sunflowers done, or I can look to do some eggs but not crazy amounts, or I can look to get a corn header and I'll do all of the corn, all of the helianthus with the corn header. Haven't decided yet. In fact, we could check that now, couldn't we? It's a big trailer for doing this, really. There you go. Hopefully we'll hit the trigger. Or not. Oué le trigger. EA le trigger. There we go. Right. Sorted. I'm not going to put all of it in. Which is which? Actually, one of them had quite a lot more in it than the other one. This is the one. Okay, this is the one that needs more. In that case, I will put it all in here. That's absolutely fine. Oh no, I didn't. Which is actually okay because I just remembered how much there was in the other one. It wasn't quite that much. So let's just chuck a bit in here as well. Lovely jubbly. I still need to get those greenhouses over there going. There'll be lots of jobs to do over the winter to start a lot of stuff off that I've left. Because, you know, some of these greenhouses, they need seed, fertilizer, water, manure, some of them as well. You know, they took a lot of effort. So that'll be a job to do over the winter. As well as I've got now 4 new fields that all need ploughing out and de-stoning. But I've sort of cut the edges too, if you like. Well, there's no point in going too far away with this because I'll need it to empty the combine. Oh well, fine. We can bring it back onto this trail. Also, want to get my horses. Still haven't got my horses. I want to get my horses. Right, let's leave this on this track. Combine. So yeah, as you see, these are all our soybean fields. These two fields, I haven't put tracks into yet. I haven't figured out what to do with that little field there. You know, I might start with these two because I can quickly get these done on video, and maybe you'll probably see me work on that field before. They're not in this version of the map, I guess, but there you go. But there'll be opportunities again. As you can tell, for a lot of these fields, this is a slightly bigger than required harvester, but it's just the size harvester I had. I just try a different harvester every year. It's one of the advantages of leasing, right? There's no point in buying a harvester. Though I might want to sort of look at the costs of actually how much does it cost me to keep this harvester. I've used it for 7.3 hours But then, you know, the maintenance costs would be ridiculous if I bought it and blah blah blah. So I don't know what the answer is. But yeah, so this clearly needs a track. I could extend this field up actually. It could come right back up to the track. Interesting I didn't do, because partly it felt like I was going to be too steep. But actually, you know what? I've seen fields in Italy. They are steep. Oh, it keeps doing that. Too sensitive. Yeah, very steep. So I mean, I could do. And it wouldn't seem unreasonable. Anyway, so yeah, so as I said, I'm going to get, and I already know which harvester at least I'm going to start with on this field. I hope the balance is all right, by the way. Let me know what you think. I can always change it. I mean, if anything, I sound a little bit quiet, but a little bit loud. So let me know what you think. But yeah, so what I haven't done yet, because as you can see, my finances are a little hard right now. What I've done is, of the 3 million loan that I have, I've paid back over 100,000, but I keep having to dip into it because I'm not selling products anymore from productions. I haven't sold any grain yet. Then, you know, I'm not earning money as much as I was. I've still got the biogas plant running with three different inputs, so that is earning me some regular money, but not enough on its own. And so yeah, I do need to start selling some stuff, but it means I keep dipping in. But you know, that's the point, right? Is to keep paying that loan off. So yeah, I've even got a tractor I haven't repaired yet because I can't afford the repair on it unless I take yet more money out, and I'm thinking I might sell it anyway. I've had it for a while now. And I bought it reduced, which of course means it's going to cost me £36,000 to repair it, €36,000, and I'm sceptical as to whether it's really worth it, to be fair. Though I guess I'll have to do it when I sell it, because it's always, at least in my experience so far, has always been it's just worth it, right? So. Oh, I've also, between this clip and the previous one, I've changed the quality from 1080 to 4K. So I'm curious to see how much of an impact that makes. I thought the footage didn't look that great, but that's because I'm watching it on a 4K monitor. So I don't know what sort of what you watch your YouTube on. I usually watch it on a mobile device, usually while I'm doing something else. If you watch it on a screen, occasionally I do have it on a screen on my 4K monitor. So I thought I'd try it on 4K. Slight disadvantage because I can't preview it while Farming Simulator is running. But you know, it's what it is. Yeah. So yeah, these fields won't take that long. I might do a bit, finish these off, and then I'll you know, do a bit more of the video of me doing something else as well. I have no idea how frequently I'm going to put these out. I haven't been putting out videos. I've done occasional shorts. I've done a few photos recently for Train Sim World. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. But it's kind of stupid that I haven't been recording and streaming, quite honest. I live on my own and have done for about 9 months now. So, and it's not like I'm sitting around doing nothing. Obviously I work, that's why I'm here, but you know, at least when I'm doing it, I'm not interrupting anyone else or missing out on family time or whatever. So now's a good time. I still need to put more fields in over on this side as well. Again, sort of on that theme of actually Italian fields can be quite steep in the Tuscany region, so that's what we're looking to do. I need to put more grapevines in. The new mod pack, and I know I said I'd try and do it, you know, I try and play reasonably realistically. The new Colossus update with the vine equipment has changed my life in Farming Simulator, because it means I can now mulch and plough out so much easier. trying to be very fastidious about making sure that I cut every piece of grass, that I ploughed every little bit out, meant I was basically going up and down every single road twice, and I can now do, I forget, I think it's up to 8 rows in a go. I won't do that. I certainly won't do that on screen. But even just to be able to do a single row in one pass without getting stuck on the posts or whatever is just, that is an absolute changer for me. That means I will expand my grapes a lot more, because I barely produce enough every year for a couple of pallets of grapes, you know. So that's really good. I'm really, really pleased with that. And they do need ploughing out over the winter, so that'll be a job to do. Again, need to build back up machinery up here. Quite apart from the harvester, I've got one tractor at the moment. And one actually quite modern tractor, which I love. It's a modded one. Again, we'll need a bit more equipment. AI worker has completed their task. Yeah, I bet they haven't, actually. Maybe that's the other thing we'll do. How are we doing? Nearly 50%. Actually, we're getting quite a lot off. This is a relatively small field. So we're going to get quite a lot of soybeans. Ooh, actually, that's the other thing we can do in a second, is we'll have a look and see. We'll get this field done, we'll do that field, and then maybe to finish off the video, we'll go and we'll get a worker running harvesting, and we'll go finish off the field. To be fair, that I left the worker in is a challenging field, to be sure. I'm not going to bother detaching the header and messing just between fields. It's not worth it. It's only the roads that mean they're not all one field, really. Well, that and the fact that for this farm, smaller fields works, because I should be using smaller machinery. Yeah, we'll get this one done, because then we'll actually need to, I can get a worker on probably this big field here, which is, again, it's not an easy field for a worker, but I can get a worker started on it. Actually, no, I won't, because to access the field properly, I should put another access point at this end. There's one access point at the other end, and I should have one at this end, because it's quite a big field. But yeah, to access it properly at the moment means the other end. I might as well do the other fields on the way, frankly. Slightly awkward shaped, this field, to say the least. But it, you know, fills a gap. Maybe I'll do something else with it at some point. We'll see. Oh, it's on a postcard. What should I do with this field? I suppose ultimately I could put more vines on it, to be fair. There we go. Right, I'll get this field done. Catch up with you in a bit. So just coming into the combine. He's pretty much filled up as soon as I started him coming down here. Oh, I beg your pardon. As soon as she started coming down here. How are we doing pipe position wise? Ooh, that might be okay. Not easy, but doable. And we'll leave her doing this field. Oh, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. There we go. Excellent. Well, we'll leave that there. And let's go see what how our worker got on elsewhere. Bit of a trek. Well, it's lucky there's no traffic on No Man's Land, because he left it right in the middle of the road. I get why. As I said, it's a difficult field for a worker, this one. I suppose I could start him at the other end, actually, but we'll do a few minutes of this. What I might do, actually, favourite seeder, it's least. It's probably getting a bit small for the fields that they do, but it's convenient, it's easy for a worker to use, it fertilizes and it seeds, and it's a direct soak. It's fantastic. So you know what? It does the job, but I may need to move over to separate cultivation and seeding. I've been a bit lazy this year, rather than manure or muck or slurry spreading. I've actually done everything with fertilizer, which means they won't need additional fertilizer, those that have had it. Now I'm putting in cover crop, of course. I'm not putting in fertilizer, so I've emptied the fertilizer out. The fertilizer, by the way, is all organic. It's dried organic fertilizer, so slurry or manure, or slurry or digestate, I beg your pardon. And there's one now, which I need to find. It means I might need to make production space for it, but yeah, new ones come out where you can mix manure and water to generate slurry, which actually also no, sorry, you mix, is it manure and water, and you make organic fertilizer or so, I can't remember. Anyway, there's some way of it, yeah. So it looked intriguing, and a way to use up some manure, other than just spreading it on fields or selling it or biogas plants. So either way, but yeah, so that's why I've been using this seeder. It will of course soon go back, and we'll get something else come spring when I can start the next batch of planting. I think it's March. Need to do some weed spraying as well, actually. Probably do that November time or October if there's any time left after I've got all of this harvesting done. Which actually we haven't looked at the map, have we? Let's do that a second. We've made some money actually from the biogas plant. Money's gone up, which is good. I know you wouldn't necessarily do a headland while you're sowing, but you know what, I will, because otherwise if I get a worker on it, it'll probably end up in the river. And actually, if I come work over on this bit, then it means if I want to, I can get a worker going once I've sort of done this bottom section, and just leave him to it again, which would make sense. Because in a moment I'll need to go and move the combine to the next field and blah blah. No, I'm not going straight, am I? I'm now at a different angle to the other bit. Well, that's fine. We can just adjust accordingly, and I'll fill in the space. Yeah, not great. I need to. What I'd like to do is put some grass headlands around the edges of these fields. Some fields have got it already because I've tried to do it as I've gone around. Some of them it's not wide enough. Some of them it still needs doing. Just to make turning and stuff a bit easier without, oh yeah, AI workers completed their task. I told you, I said I'd have to go and move the combine. It's fine, we've got a minute. No rush. Yep, still got all of that area over there to put fields into. Oh my goodness me. So loads to do, and I've got a few other sneaky plans as well, which we'll reveal as we go along. There's still a lot to do on this map, but at least I'm now playing it, which is good. I've treated myself to a pallet trailer, and it is an auto load, so I've got the option then of either auto loading or doing it by hand, depending on how much time I've got, but it'll just make selling a bit easier. I'll figure out how I do selling though, because obviously if it's auto load, that becomes a bit tricky if I need to take different pallets to different sell points. And of course some of the production places, you can't produce much before it fills up, as I've noticed already. So I've got a lot where capacity for storage is full, and I need to go empty them, so I've had to stop production. So it's just a bit fiddly. Right, let's leave a worker on here. He can create his own line. Then it's the bit I need to come back and fill in. I can do. Yeah, there'll be a bit to fill in. Let's go sort out the combine. So it turns out our worker wasn't quite finished. For some reason I missed a strip along the edge, and not the whole field either, which is slightly confusing. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just doing this little bit. Yield is pretty decent. So we've already emptied it once from 2 relatively small fields. That's 14,000. We're now at over 20,000 litres in total, which is it's not to be sniffed at. And we've still got, another of these. So that's the next field along is roughly the same size. That's another then, near 6,000 litres. It might be slightly different in shape or size, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much different. And then the biggest field, which is still yet to be done, which will probably produce within itself over 14,000 litres. Actually, it should do, definitely. So yeah, we should be looking at a good, I don't know, 50,000 litres. Let's take a guess at that and see how we get on, which is not bad, because soybeans it's worth a lot, but it's not high yield. So actually that's not too bad at all. Sorry, just take a sip of coffee, but I think for this episode that's probably about enough. So what we've covered half a day. Let me know, do I show less, do more, and get through stuff quicker, and perhaps do a day? Is half a day for I'd like to try and keep videos to half an hour. For me, I tend to be, there are some people I watch who do longer videos than that, but honestly it depends on your lifestyle and how you watch your videos, right? If a video is longer than half an hour, that usually means I've got to watch it in at least, can be 2, maybe even more sittings, and that just gets a bit, gets a bit much, right? And I do like, if I watch a video, I like to watch a whole video. I know a lot of people don't, and hey, that's okay. You do it your way. But I tend to watch a video all the way through, because if I'm watching someone's videos, that means I'm following what they're doing on a farm, and if I don't watch the whole video, I'm going to miss something. Is the way I look at it. Sort of like a story, which it's not story based. This is not supposed to be that kind of role play. Oh, that's a really good view. Look at that. Oh, I need a thumbnail. Check it. Boom. But I hope it does screenshots while it's recording. Well, I guess we'll find out. But yeah, so let me know what you think. Is half an hour a good length? A bit shorter, a bit longer? Is the speed okay? Shall I, make it a bit more dynamic and do more things? Is it better that I do sort of whole jobs and just do fewer things and maybe take a little bit longer, per day of recording? A couple of videos in a day, as opposed to a day per video or something, which I have sort of tried to do in the past. Yeah, let me know. I mean, I'm at ×5, 3 days, 3 day months. That may change. I may need to go down to ×3, 3 day months, or actually, I forgot to mention one very important thing. I might change the number of months again. Number of days in a month, sorry, rather. Yeah, that's the other important thing. So I'm doing 3 day months at ×5. I have heard other YouTubers say, I prefer to play at normal time, or why would you not just extend the length of your days over doing more days in a month? Actually, I prefer it exactly the other way. There's a couple of reasons for that. I find if I'm working real time or ×2 or ×3, it means for the limited time I get to play, it's quite a lot of sessions of play before I can get through a day. So the feeling of progress, although the amount of work you're doing, is reduced. The other thing is it adds a bit of a challenge, because all of your leasing costs, your production costs, your everything else is per day. Generally, right? A lot of costs are done on a per day basis, not per month, per day. So the more days I have in a month, the more challenging my gameplay, as well as the quicker it goes, right? For me, in a sort of logical sense, in sort of a sense of, actually how long I've been playing, because you get that's what beginning and end of a day a bit more frequently means you feel like you're making progress. Although I know it's not, obviously. So I'm running currently at ×5. Maybe I'll change that to ×3, or I'll keep it at ×5 and move to more days a month, which I might do. The other thing to mention as well that I forgot is I've gone from easy economy, which I was on while I was doing all my building to keep the money coming in, to now normal, which is another reason why I'm actually struggling for finances, as well as the fact that I've stopped some of my productions, is that actually it makes a massive difference to how much you earn. Ooh, actually I could do this. I might just squeeze all that in one pass. But yeah, so that's, yeah, another thing to be worth it. I'm not going to push it on hard, not when I've got a 5 million debt to pay off. I will be here forever. But yeah, so when it's done, I will probably make a little bit of progress on the next field and finish off that bit of cropping before I start the next video. But yeah, that will do for now. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, likes and subscriptions are very much appreciated. Let me know what you think. If I'm going to start doing videos again, I'm really keen to get some feedback. Make this appeal to a broad range of people as possible. Ooh, another little plea. If you're watching this, if you're still watching this, thank you very much for a start. I should have mentioned this earlier in the video, and maybe I'll mention it again next video. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, and you like it, or at least find it passable, then please subscribe. I am 3 people away from 200 subscribers. It occurred to me recently, I sort of was scrolling through my old videos and saw my 100 subscriber special, and I thought, wow, that was A, a long time ago, and B, I thought actually that's quite a milestone, and I'm nearly at 200. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you would feel you would like to do so and could be easily persuaded by my plea, please subscribe, because I'd love to hit 200 subscribers. That'd be really good, and then maybe it'll encourage me to do a bit more. But actually I'm going to take the header off now. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.